this starts 4 seconds after preview, that means preview is actually live. You know I need love you. Say I never loved you. You know I never. Did you forget to mention? What's up, Abdul? How's it going? What's up, Abdul? I had a very, very rough live yesterday. I was not happy with people. People were being annoying in the live yesterday, but what's up? What's going on? IK Detae, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a minute. I'm trying to get to 100K like you, man. Boss boy, what's up? What's going on with y'all, man? What's going on? What's goody? Saying that I loved you, you know I never loved you. Did you forget to mention? Appreciate you, man. So, what are some of your tips to get to 100K? Because I'm trying to get to 100K, but I'm trying to build like a live audience. I'm not trying to have like passive viewers. I'm trying to have like a live audience, you know? Saying I loved you, you know I never. Boss boy said, I didn't show up yesterday. I had a heck lot of studies. It's cool, man. Focus on your studies. You don't have to come see me every day. Don't let me distract you. I'm not holding anyone hostage, but you can always watch these lives afterwards, although I don't think many people do, to be honest. But Abdul made the pin chat. Shout out to Abdul, man. Plus points for you. I pinning Abdul. Ty, what's up? I see you, Ty. Ty, I just started like 2 minutes ago. IK said, try to make videos as often as you can. Okay, cool. I grew like 200 subscribers when I was doing 2 lives a day. But 2 lives a day is very taxing when I got other things to do in life. So I think I'm gonna stick to 1 live per day. Boss Boy said, I watched your first live ever. Oh, why blue? Yeah, that was my first live where I explained everything that I'm working on as it pertains to Blue Stroke, A lot of people don't even know what I'm working on. They just be coming on this channel to vibe with me. But when I talk about this serious stuff, like, I don't think people pay attention to that. Abdul said, got 2 tests tomorrow. Okay, man, good luck. Good luck on your test tomorrow, man. What's going on with the rest of you, man? Do you guys have any exciting plans? How is January treating you so far? January feels like it's been 3 months already, right? Ty said, I swear you do art and architecture. Yeah, man. And pray for me so I win the competition. Pray for me so I win the Not a Hotel competition, the 2026 Not a Hotel competition in Japan. Pray for me so I can win and take you guys with me to Japan, right? That's going to be in March, hopefully. Ty said, nope, I got lots of tests next week. Okay, got it. Jenny, what's up, Jenny? Helico said hi. What's up? What's going on with you guys? What's going on with you guys, man? Okay. Boss Boy said, I bought a new phone today. What phone did you get? What new phone did you get? Say I never loved you, you know I think I loved you. Did you forget to mention all the things I did for you? Time I did a trip for you, 'cause you don't like the distance. Baby, it's alright. Boss Boy said, I bought a new phone, iPhone 16 Plus. iPhone 16 Plus is good, man, but I don't get the pluses anymore. I just get like the standard one, you know. I think it's good enough. You know, Johnny said you have a good voice, not gonna lie. Appreciate you, man. Uh, on the Krish said, bro, stop singing, say hi. I'm your big fan. Man, you're needy. Anand Krish is needy as hell. Wafoodie said hi. What's up, Wafoodie? Wafoodie1234. Interesting name. What's going on, man? Who had a good day, man? Who had a good day? You know what? We're gonna play a game. Who has the most thoughtful question? How about that? Who has the most thoughtful question to ask? And I'll answer the most thoughtful question, okay? You know, I've had a few good questions last week. Yesterday I had a very bad live. I tried to do an art comparison live where I compare some of the work that I've put on this channel. And I put a poll up for people to pick, and people would pick without seeing anything. And I got very frustrated, you know? So I stopped. I just stopped the live. I'm good. I'm doing good, Jenny. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking, Jenny. Appreciate the compliment about my voice. On and Krish said, bro, my brother near me, don't trust me, you're real live. Say hi. What's up? Say hi to your brother. Tab Plushing, ha 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 ha, said, when I use fine brush, my hand shivers. Some people have very questionable names on YouTube Live, you know. Mason, what's up, Mason? I see you. Ty said it was Bernard. Yo, Ty, you need to chill, man. I don't want no more beefs. Stop assuming things. I don't want no more beefs on my live, you know. Emmanuel, what's up? I see you. Corey, what's up? Oh, from Canada. Shout out to Canada, man. I'm Canadian too. I was born in... Wait, where in Canada are you from? Emmanuel said, I'm done with subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for your time. You know? Say I never loved you. You know one thing I loved you. Did you forget to mention all the things I did to you? Times I made a trip for you. 'Cause you don't like the distance. Maybe it's alright. Corey said, I'm from Prince Edward Island, but I'm over in Halifax. Okay, visiting my son. Okay, cool. Oh, your dad? Your dad, okay. Shout out to Corey, who's visiting his son, taking care of his son. So, you know, so far I've had 2 dads come to my lives and interact with me. I have so many questions for dads. Like, how do you know, when you're a dad, like, aren't you constantly panicking about your kids, worrying about if they're doing well in life, if they're safe, if, like, I'm afraid, like, hopefully I can be a dad in the future, but, like, how do you become a dad and not stress out, you know? Like, I feel like I'd be stressed the heck out if I was a dad. What's up? Yes, Ty, I saw it. It's okay. Our raw game 977 said hi. What's up? Prime said, what's the difference between snowman and snow women? Come on, man. Corey said, I took my son deer hunting 2 months ago. Okay. This Robertson, what's up? How's it going? Hope you're doing good. I'm not from South Africa, but shout out to South Africa. Langisha, what's up, pretty boy? How's life treating you? My life is good, man. My life is good. My life is good. I'm still a little bit sick. I've been coughing for the last 3 days. I have this very dry cough that won't leave me. It won't leave me. Where am I from? Read the pin chat. Read the pin chat before you say anything. All your questions have been answered. What part of Canada am I from? I was born in Gatineau, right across the Ottawa River in Quebec. Okay, but I only lived in Canada probably a total of like 4 years, 5 years max. So yeah, you know. Mohan said, "Hi, bro. Can you react to a song?" The problem is I can't play songs on here for copyright issues. I think they're gonna flag it. Whenever I play songs, they flag it. You know, so I don't want to like. I can't play songs like that. You know. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know, Ty said, by the way, I know you said I can get mod by the weekend, but in just I get nope. Why are you still in a hurry to get mod? We don't even have a bigger audience, but you're so keen on being mod. Like the audience is the same size, you know? So I don't know. Corey said, "Do you like my profile picture?" I can't really see it. I can't really see it from here. Mason, what's up? What is Mason talking about? Oh, Mason, you want to be mod? Mason, you want to be mod? Ty likes being a mod, but the audience hasn't grown. The audience hasn't gotten bigger, so you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I don't know if I should have more mods. I haven't grown much. You know, I'm just trying to be consistent and disciplined about this, you know? That's my thing. You know. Anand Krish said, "Bro, why are you not reading my comment? Been seeing your live for the past 1 month. You're good, so I'm you're sort of mad." Said, "Bro, let's you try a new language." I can't read it because I don't speak that language. I'm Soda Amanda. I'm Soda Amanda. What does that mean? Corey said, on my profile picture, I'm smoking my bong with my goat. That's interesting. Ty said, but I was a mod, bro. Come on, I feel like I've been fired, bro. Yo, Ty, chill out. You're gonna be a mod by this weekend. Like, come on, man. Robertson said, why do you need a mod? That's a good question. Honestly, like, I only need mods. Like, mods are just to handle community. You know, unfortunately, Ty and Alex pissed me off, which were the same people that I trusted to keep a good chat. They started fighting, so I took the mod away from them. Corey said, dude, you look younger than me. But Corey, you're a dad. I'm not a dad. I'm confused right now. I am supposed to look younger than you. I'm not a dad. Robertson, what's up? Oh, okay. So Mason deserves to be a mod. So Mason's gonna be a mod now. You know? How about that? Corey said, I'm 36. Well, I'm younger than you. Like, how old did you think I was? Anand Krish said, bro, do you grow a beard? Nope. I don't have the genes for that. I have very little hair under my chin. I mean, you know, I do shave it because it's not like it doesn't grow in the proper way. So I don't have a beard, but maybe if I shave more, I don't know. That's just my genetics. I didn't get it. You know, my brother has facial hair. I don't. Ty said, yeah, don't say things people ask you to say if you don't understand what it means unless you know. Yeah, Ty, you're right. You're right, Ty. I'm going to stop saying what people want me to say. Corey said you look like you're 20. I mean, I am in my 20s. I am. Wait, Corey, did you think I was in my 30s? I'm not a dad. I'm like when I said I would freak out being a dad is because I can't even imagine being a dad. You know, hopefully I can in the future. But if you're a dad out there, what is it like? Do you freak out most of the time about your kids and if they're healthy and safe? Nyla said hi. What's up, Nyla? Corey said, I never cut my beard in 10 years. Damn. You haven't cut your beard in 10 years? Well, if you look good in it, I wonder what I would look like, but I don't have a choice. That's just about to turn 15. He said, you look 40, about to turn 15. Okay, man. Ty said, this isn't beef, by the way, but Mason is Alex. Oh, wait, Mason, Mason, is this Alex? Wait, Mason. Wait, Alex, are you using the Mason account? Would love to be mod, but I don't have time. It's okay. In the future, maybe. Puffy772 said, hi, what's up, Puffy? Fluffle said, what's going on? Did you have a good day? Tyranno said, yeah, he said in the other live. Oh. Yo, Mason. Wait, Alex, are you using Mason's account? Respond to my question. Jimmy said, you look like Ethiopian. Are you from there? Because you guys are beautiful. No, I'm not from Ethiopia. Read the pin chat. I'm not from Ethiopia, but shout out to Ethiopia. I have a lot of Ethiopian friends. Nadia said, I'm late. Can you tell me what's the topic about? I'm just interacting with people for the first 30 minutes before I get into the art comparison. If you guys want to stick around, I'm going to show you some artwork that I've made over the past 4 years, and you guys are going to get to pick your favorite. I don't think I'm going to do a poll anymore. I'm just going to use the chat because I tried to use a poll yesterday and people pissed me off. So Puffy said, I can't stay right now. I need to sleep. Okay, go to sleep. Take care. Oh, okay, Mason, I'm going to take the mod back. Sorry. You're not a mod. You can't have a mod on 2 different accounts. Victoria Garcia, what's up? How's it going? Robertson said, I have a birthday tomorrow. Wait, is it your birthday? Is it your birthday tomorrow? Sandan Mohammed said, hi, what's up? How's it going? Ty said, Alex Mason, we cool, by the way, right? Man, you guys better get cool. You guys better get cool, man. You guys better get cool soon. Sandan Mohammed, what's up? I'm not doing any polls today, man. Yes, I remember you. Nyla said, I'm from Kenya. Shout out to Kenya. Where in Kenya are you from? Nairobi? Walindi? Where are you from? Corey said, I'm going out for a drive on my Kawasaki Brute Force 1000 four-wheeler with my son. Damn. That sounds so fun, Corey. Have fun with your son. Hopefully one day I can, I can also live that kind of life. Robertson said, thank you. Okay. What's going on in the universe, man? What's going on with you guys in life? What are you guys up to? What are you guys excited about? I just want to wake up tomorrow and not be sick and not have my throat dry like the desert. What's up, Lord Vader? What's up? Corey said, I make a lot of money where I work. Good for you, man. If you're making a lot of money, that's good for you, so you can take care of your family, take care of your son, right? That's beautiful. Good for you, Corey. Sandan Mohammed said, boring school as always. You know what? I don't miss school. I do miss college because I studied something I was passionate about. But I don't miss high school, middle school. I mean, parts of it were interesting, but, I don't. A lot of those things I don't miss anymore, I'm just being honest with you. Like, a lot of it wasn't the best in the world, so... who misses, if you're out of school, do you miss school? Like, who misses school? Like, I'm just curious to see, Alex Ark said, give thanks. Of course, man, appreciate you. Nalia is from Nairobi. Shout out to Nairobi. Ty will be back. Robertson said, I'm 12 soon and I'm model for Lego in Denmark. Okay. You're a model for Lego. Oh, okay. Shout out to Denmark. You know, I hope to work with Lego in the future. It's an amazing brand. Lord Vader, what's up? What's going on with you guys, man? I hope you guys had a good day. I like hanging out with you guys and catching up with you guys in the evenings, you know? I know I can't do 2 lives a day, but when I was doing 2 lives a day, the cool thing is I would catch some people in different corner of the world. Like got some people from Fiji that pulled up, Japan, you know. Mason said, forget about the beef with Tyranno and it's okay if I don't have mod. You know, first of all, if you want to have mod, if you want to be a mod again, stop using 2 different accounts. Lord Vader said hi. What's up, Lord Vader? You know, so who has a very thoughtful question to ask? You know, who has a very thoughtful question to ask? Nathan, what's up, Nathan? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Nathan, I hope you had a good day. I hope you had a good start to the year. Nathan Darling, I appreciate you for coming to my live. Appreciate all of you that have subbed to my channel. You know, Hussein, what's up, Hussein? How you been? Where you from? Robertson said, love your hairstyle. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. Nadia said, welcome to our favorite country. Okay. You know, I'll come to Kenya very soon. You know, I'm East African. I'm very close. Nathan said, my question is, what do you do when things get from bad to worse? Do you let yourself cry or hold back the tears? What should I do? Are you going through a tough time in life? Nathan, are you going through a tough time in life, Nathan? What do I do when it gets bad to worse? From bad to worse, I think you gotta cry. I think you gotta let it out, man. If you feel like crying, you gotta let it out. I know that if you're a man, you're not encouraged to be crying, but if you're going through some real stuff, man, just cry. Just let it out, you know? There's no point in holding it in. Hussein, I'm good, man. I'm good, just trying to catch up with people. Artcraft, shout out to India. What's up? How you been? Nathan said, no, I'm not, but someone in the world is. So my advice is to cry and process your feelings, okay? But what do you think, Nathan? What would you say? Sohi3104 said, Habibi. What's up? Habibi. What's up? Asif Tuesday said, hola, hola. What's up? What's going on with you guys? You know, that was a good question. You know, I've had some interesting questions. You know, trying to have a better dialogue with people. You know, who has a very thoughtful question to ask? Robertson said, I missed my dog in 2025. I was so unhappy I didn't cry. You were unhappy and didn't cry? So, okay, so if you're a man and you feel like crying and you're holding it back, if you're a man, why are you not comfortable crying? I'm not saying you have to cry in front of people, but like, do you cry in private? Artcraft said, I really don't have any friends in my life and still I am chill, but sometimes it hurts. Okay, so Artcraft, what's your real name, by the way? Unless you want me to call you Artcraft, but do you not have friends by design? Like you don't want to have friends, or have you tried to make friends and it's hard? Because I understand, like once you get out of college, like you know, once you get in your mid-20s, late 20s, is even in your 30s, I think it's harder to make friends. As you get older, it's harder and harder to make friends, right? So Kavya, like why do you not have friends? What's going on in your life? You know? Mason said, you can make me mod on Mason. This account, I guess, if you don't, it's okay. Yo, Alex, you and Ty are gonna get mod titles back this weekend, okay? You just gotta keep coming until the weekend. Probably, most likely Saturday or Sunday. Kavya Robertson said, yes, I do. Don't love to cry in public. Okay, cool. But if you're a man, you can still cry in private. But you gotta cry at some point, is what I'm trying to say, right? Nathan said, I'm alone, but it doesn't mean I'm lonely. Sometimes accepting the space between others make you appreciate yourself more. I agree. But I'm trying to understand why Kavya doesn't have friends. What's going on with Kavya? What's going on with Artcraft? You know? As you get older, it's much harder to make friends, like what happens in your childhood, like something we take for granted is like institutions like school, after school programs, church, sports, all of those environments inherently are going to put friends at your disposal. All of those environments are going to allow you to make friends. But then what happens as you get older, as you get out of those environments into the workplace, it's harder to make friends because at work people aren't really your friends like that. We're just trying to work and make a living. Art crabs say they think I am rude or have an attitude, but in reality I'm very honest by my side and friendly. Okay, well, if you're trying to make friends, perhaps you should ask why people think you're rude. Get to the root of it. Like, is it the way you talk? Is it the way you treat people? Nathan said, or maybe you simply being misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard, man. Mason said, are you going to do the poll? Nope, I'm not doing a poll today. I'm just going to do the chat. Yesterday doing the poll was very frustrating because I wanted to do the art comparison thing. You know? Do you guys want me to do an art comparison thing today? Do you guys want to pick between my artworks which one's your favorite? If you guys want me to compare my artwork, just say yes in the chat and we can do an art comparison in 5 minutes. Okay, so Robertson wants to do it. Runaboss 2603 said, do you remember me? Of course. Kavya said, maybe in all way, but I don't care. I'm just waiting for good friend. I'm high school. Okay. Enjoy high school, man. Enjoy high school. You know what's funny? When I was in high school and middle school, I thought that time was so slow. I thought it was gonna last forever. And then it just takes off and you start flying, you know? Time flies as you get older. Jackson Valentine, what's up, Jackson? See you, Robertson. Take care. Ronaboss said, you like vaping? Nope. I never vape. Artcraft said, but in school timer days, even during. Okay, I see. R.I.P. to the girl you used to be. Her days are over. Baby, come closer. I decided on never. Baby, come closer. Kavya said, during these days, all boys and girls have friends, but I don't. Nathan, what did you say? Or maybe you simply being misunderstood. Okay. You know what? I think you're overestimating how many friends people have. You know? CDewPie56 said, "Holy, you're terrible at life." What kind of comment is that? Ronabus said, "Where are you from? Which state? Can you read the pin chat, please? Please." R.I.P. to the girl you used to be. Her days are over. Jackson said, "By the way, time flies when you get older because if you were 30, 3 years would be 10% of your life, as opposed to being 12, in which 3 years is a quarter of your life." Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. That math makes sense. Uh-huh. That math makes sense. As you get older, it's just harder to make friends. So if you're struggling in high school already, like, damn. Once you get out of college, it's crazy. It's just work, you know? Kavya said, "I want pure souls only in my life. I'm isolating myself from fake people." We're all trying to isolate from fake people. I've had to block so many fake people on here. Sidus Mail said, "Hi, love the hustle you are doing. Provide different services. As a freelancer, my service include web development." Okay. Thank you for offering your services, but I am actually good. I like doing live content because it doesn't require any editing. I can just go raw, unedit it, and talk to people. Nathan said, "When I'm miserable, I write songs, good songs. Then I burn them in a fire because I believe my songs are only truthful in the moment and never kept for others' entertainment. It's temporary sadness." What if you just performed your song and you posted them on like a YouTube short for like a day and then you deleted it or you archived it, you know? You know? Ranabas said, "Are you atheist?" Nope. Kavya said, "Do you know about GEE exam?" What is the GEE exam? Let me know. Let me know. Someone said I look like Agent. Yo, you know what? I'm Agent 2.0. I am Agent 2.0, yo, for real. For real. Jackson said, "Why don't you want others to be entertained, Nathan?" That's a good question. What if you're a good singer, Nathan, and you're holding it back from us? Kavya said the GEE exam is the toughest exam in the world. But wait, what's on the exam? You're saying it's the hardest exam in the world, but you're not telling us what's on the exam. So I don't know if it's true or not, right? I don't know if it's true or not, right? I give you attention when nobody else was paying. I give you the shirt off my back. What you saying? Kavya said is for engineering entrance exam. Search. Oh, engineering entrance exam. Yeah. Okay, that one is hard for sure. GEE exam is hard for sure. Jackson said, "Why don't you want?" Yeah, it's good. Nathan said, "Jackson, while I entertain them with my art, like contemporary art." Okay. Yo, I'm gonna go. Okay, so Nathan, where are you posting your artwork so we can subscribe to you and support you? Tech, Stay Felix said hi. What's up, Stay Felix? Takeshi said you won't make it. Make it where? What are you talking about? Nathan said my stuff is horrible. Yo, why are you so hard on yourself? Oh, Takeshi said you won't make it to the GEE exam. Man, if you want to make it to the GEE exam, you better study your life off. Jackson said, "I don't think it's horrible." You know, a lot of artists a lot of people are very hard on themselves, including myself. A lot of people are very hard on themselves, you know? Do you know anything about IITs? Not much. Can you educate me about that? What is that? Nathan said, "Damn, I ain't trying these enough." New user said, "Bro is light skinned." Do you guys think I'm light skinned? Like honestly, do you guys think I'm light skinned? Really? I'm not a light skin. Both my parents are black. Both my parents are like fully black. Okay, we're going to start the art comparison thing right now, okay? Hold up. Hold up. Mmm. Google about GEE and IITs. Nathan said, sorry, I meant hard enough. Okay. March, what's up, March? March is back. How's it going? Take care, Alex. See you later. Oh, wait, he's staying. Jackson said, okay, no worries. All right, cool. Art comparison time. Art comparison time. R.I.P. to the. R.I.P. to the. To be. Okay, all right, all right. This is the first round. This is the first round. This is the first round of the art comparison, okay? First round of the art comparison. The first painting is this one. This is the first painting in the art comparison, okay? This is the first painting, okay? This is the first painting in the art comparison. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Okay. You see that? This is the first painting in the art comparison. Okay. This is the first painting. This is the very first painting for round one. And then this is the second painting in round two. Okay, sorry, the second painting in round one, sorry. Okay, this is the second painting in round one. Okay. So now you gotta pick which one's the best between these two in the chat. Between number one and number two, which one's the best? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, okay? Artcraft said, what did you say, Artcraft? Why are you getting so mad? I told you I was gonna do the art comparison. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Again, this is number two. Okay, this is number two. And this is number one. Okay? Which one's the best? Which one's the best? Okay? So between these two paintings, between number one and two, which one's the best? One is at the top. This is number one. And this is number two. Pick it in the poll. Pick it in the poll or in the chat. Okay, between number one and this is number one, number one, number one, and two. So one on top and two at the bottom. Okay. Okay. You see it? So between number one, this is number one. Okay. Again, this is number one. And then this is number two. Which one's your favorite? Which one is your favorite between these? Right? You gotta pick between these two. On top is number one, on the bottom is number two. You gotta pick. I'm gonna show you number one closer. I'm gonna show you number one closer. This is number one. Okay, maybe the lighting should be better. This is number one. This is number one, okay? And this is number two. This is number two, okay? Number two. Okay. Can I call you Bruno Mars? Nope. But I like Bruno Mars songs. Jackson said the majority is definitely two. Damn, everybody went with number two. Damn. Nathan said the second has more character. RB11 said let Blue Stroke alone, man. He's enough forever. Okay. My name is Yan, by the way. Y-A-N. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. So we're done with round one. Now we're going to go to round two. We're going to go to round two. The first painting of round two is this one. This is the first painting of round two. This is the first painting of round two. This is the first painting of round two. Painting number one. This is painting number one. Okay, this is painting number one. This is painting number one. And then this is painting number two. Right? It's actually like this. Sorry. This is painting number two. This is painting number two. Okay, I'm gonna show number one again. I'm gonna show number one again. This is number one. This is painting number one. Okay, this is painting number one. Okay, this is painting number one. And this is painting number two. This is number two. Y'all gotta pick your fave. Which one's your favorite between the two? Between number one and number two, which one's your favorite? Number one is on top. Number one is on top. Number two's at the bottom. Okay. This is number one. Again, this is number one. This is number one. This is number one. And this is number two. Pick your favorite in the chat right now. Okay, so between these two, between number one and number two. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you. What's up, man? I see you, I see you, I see you. Is Gurdeep here? Has Gurdeep made it? I think a bunch of people skipped and moved on, to be honest. What's up? Yo, March, what's up, March? I hope you're good, man. I hope you got a good day. Boss Boy said, I got a question. Tomorrow I gotta go to my bestie's house. Got a snack idea. My favorite snacks have always, I'm more of a sweets kind of guy. I'm not a savory person really as much. You know, what I would say is, why don't you get some, I'm a Kit Kats and Kinder type of person. March said, thank you. I hope you too. March said, I really like salts. Boss Boy said snacks and sweets. Okay. That's cool. Boss Boy said very unhealthy, but I'm a big back. How big is your back, Boss Boy? And I appreciate the self-awareness. This is back to what someone said in the live yesterday. I think his name was Afro777. Someone yesterday in the live was very insecure about their hairline vanishing at 17. And I always tell people to embrace who they are and what they look like in their bodies. And if you're a big back, if you're a big back and you're aware of that, self-awareness is very big, man. A lot of people who don't have self-awareness are living a very difficult life. Ty said, I'm working on a Mediterranean prehistoric park. But wait, Ty told me about this architecture for parks is it for animals? Like architecture for like animal landscapes, parks ish. March said, "Bro, one time I ate 8 things in one day." 8 things? What were those things? Oh, Ty said zoo enclosures. Interesting. Boss Boy said, "Big bag is eat a lot, not a big bag like having a big bag." Okay, you eat a lot, but are you overweight? Is that what you're saying? Kavya said, "Are you a BTS army?" Wait, Boss Boy, why did you put, am I in the BTS army? No. Wait, is that the fan group for BTS? Boss Boy said, "Big back, eat a lot." Okay. Mason said, "I eat 4 or 5 times a day." You should, because you're very young. So Boss Boy said, basically, I weigh like 60 kilograms. My height is 160. Wait, so what's the BMI on that? What's the calculus for the BMI? If you're 60 kilograms and your height is 160 centimeters, are you crazy overweight, or is that like, damn, 86 seconds is a whole. Yes, I know about BTS, but I'm not really in the gang like that. I'm not like a stan, but I know BTS and I like some of their songs, but I'm not like the biggest, you know. Mason said I'm not overweight. I was talking about Boss Boy, who said his BMI is what, 23? I don't even I forgot the formula for the BMI. I want you to love me now, 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 now. I've never, since you know I wanna keep you around. Boss Boy said my BMI is 23 or 22.8. Okay, so what's your BMI supposed to be? If you're 60 kg at 160 centimeters, what should be your BMI? March gotta go already? Damn. Okay, March, take care. Kavya said, "Did you listen recent songs of J-Hope, Killing Me Girl? You should watch video song." I did listen to that very famous K-pop Demon Hunter song from the Netflix show. The K-pop Demon Hunter song called Golden. Golden was a good song. Boss Boy said, BMI under 18, underweight, over 18. Okay, so from 18 to 24 is okay. 25 to 29 is overweight. Okay, so you're not overweight. So Boss Boy is not overweight. If you're at 23, you're good because you're under 24, right? Does that change if you're adding muscle mass? Ty said, "Hey Yan, in a sec, I'm gonna send some pictures of some projects of mine." Sure. Why don't you post your pictures on the community page? If you have any artwork to share, you can post it on the community page. Osiris said, "How you doing?" "I'm good, bro. What's up? Where you from?" Has Osiris been here before? Boss Boy said, "Yes, but my metabolism is bad. It's like 600. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? All right, Alex, take care. Alex is giving us cookies. Alex is taking notes from Kuo. Where's Kuo, by the way? She's probably already up in Japan. Boss Boy said, I don't work out, but I bench 115. Okay. All right. 115 is not bad for your height and your weight. Artcraft said it's the best song. Golden is the best song, of course. Shout out to K-pop Demon Hunters. Incredible movie franchise that they put out. I'm excited for new franchises, you know? Very excited. Boss Boy said, like a good metabolism is 800 plus metabolism is how you process foods, be like how fast you process food. You know what's crazy? Now that you're talking about metabolism, um, I when I was training for a marathon last year, my metabolism was so fast that as soon as I would eat anything, I would literally digest it within 5 minutes. So if you want to improve your metabolism, you should be running a lot, either a marathon, like a marathon trainer, doing some fast pace and slow pace. You know. Okay, 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 okay. Artcraft said, I followed you on Insta. Your art is something different. That's impressive. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Kavya. A lot of people on YouTube don't know about my Instagram, but my Instagram is at blue.stroke. If you want to see more of my artwork, it's going to be there, you know. Where am I from? Can you read the pin chat? Read the pin chat, please. Boss Boy said, I walk 8,000 steps a day between 8 and 11. That's really good. You know, I miss living in New York because over there I would get those steps in just for existing. And now I gotta go out of my way to get these steps in, man. I gotta go out of my way to get these steps in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oops, my battery is dying. My battery's dying. Do I have something to save it? Yes. Oop, 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 oop. What's up with y'all, man? Oh, where you want me to tell you more about Rwanda? Kavya, Rwanda is in the heart of Africa. It's super beautiful. It's very clean. It's very safe. You can walk around during the day, at night. And it's the land of 1,000 hills, man. Imagine LA without the wildfires. Sounds interesting, right? Okay. Now I'm charging my phone. I just deleted Instagram. I deleted Instagram because deleted Instagram because I didn't want to be distracted anymore. Stephanie, I remember you, of course. What is my age? Can you read the pinned chat? It's like you guys don't read the pinned chat. Kaluva said, you look like I show speed, brother. No, I don't. Stop. That's not true. You don't mean that. Mm-mm-mm. You know what I mean? I remember Stephanie. I Boss Boy said this is his 14th live. Damn. What time is it where I am? It's 10 p.m. right now. It's 10 p.m. right now. I'm doing some new sketches for new works. New sketches for new works, you know. You feel me? New sketches for new works. Stephanie said, "I'm so sorry for not being able to be in your live streams. It's okay. It's okay, you know, you can only come whenever you can." George is back. Hey George, I see you. What's up? How you been? Boss Boy said it's 10 p.m. in Syria. Shout out to Syria again. Kavya said, "Have you finished dinner?" Yes, I did eat dinner earlier. Like I said, it's very late where I am right now, you know? Sonia, oh, Sonia. So Stephanie's actually Sonia. Sorry. Is it Sonja or Sonia? Am I saying it right? I don't want to mess it up. I appreciate all of you that have been very loyal to my channel. You guys are very kind. This is what I'm sketching, by the way. That's what I'm sketching. Hmm. Man, I appreciate all of you that have supported me for the past month. I started going live seriously about like over a month ago, like probably 6 weeks ago. Oops, sorry. Yeah, Sonia. So Sonia, have you been? Boss Boy said cutely eats sketch. Ty said, Yan, in a minute I'm gonna send some pics on the community page or on project. Okay, man. Excited to see your stuff, Ty. Excited to see your stuff, you know? So earlier I was doing some art comparisons with some of my artwork, you know? I was doing some comparisons between some of these artworks. George said, guess what I got on my geography test percentage? I would say 92%. How about that? 92%? Sonia said, I've been not okay, but it's fine. Wait, Sonia, what are you going through? You just deleted your message. Ketty Caster, what's up? How you been? How are you? Ty said, I changed it so I'm not going to show my park. I'm going to show a polar project, which I can add to a park later on. Okay. Can't wait to see your stuff. Oh, dude, I almost guessed George's percentage. I almost guessed George's percentage. He got 93. I said 94 or 92. I think I said 94, 92, and he got 93. Damn. I can read your mind. Damn. Wait, Stephanie, you don't want to tell us what you're going through? Okay. Cool. I can tell you guys what I'm going through. I can tell you. So what I'm going through right now is like there's this person that I kind of like, I've only hung out with her once. Like I kind of like this person, but like I don't know if she likes me as much. So I don't want to put too much pressure on trying to see each other. Like I'm not trying to put in pressure to see her more if I can't tell whether she likes me back or not. Boss Boy said I got an A minus 89. Damn, you guys are good students, man. You guys are good students. Yes, Sonia, of course, of course. Of course you can. Of course you can. Of course you can, yeah. What's up? So Sonia, what's going on, Sonia? I'm trying to figure out what Sonia is going through, but she's not really sharing. Boss Boy said top 30 reasons why you are the GOAT. You have an amazing personality. 2, you support everyone. 3, never been rude to any fan unless deserved. 4, you're the best streamer. 5, very fun to hang out with. 6, you're a W. Yo, I really appreciate you, Boss Boy. I really appreciate you, Boss Boy, man. I really appreciate you, boss boy. And I appreciate all of you that are very consistent in supporting me on this live channel. I know that all of you got other things that are going on in your lives, and so, I'm never holding anyone hostage here. Like, if you got things to do, you can go do them. And the reason why I picked YouTube as a platform is you guys can always come back and watch my stuff later if you want to. But shout out to you guys that have been supporting me. Boss Boy has been very loyal, so really appreciate Boss Boy for that. Sonia said, I'm a bit scared to tell anyone else, so I'm telling you because I trust you, Yan. I really miss my family and my dad. Whoa! Oh my God. Okay, you know what? Okay, everybody stop what they're doing. I want you guys to put a blue heart in the chat for Sonia. Put a blue heart in the chat for Stephanie Smith. Put a blue heart in the chat for Stephanie Smith, who's going through a lot. Jesus Christ. So, Sonia, you've been going through this on your own? Do you have siblings? Do you have someone else in your family to support you? Sorry, in this difficult time. And I appreciate you trusting me with this. If you're going through this right now, I've never been through something of this nature with someone this close to me. I've lost an uncle in the past, but losing a parent is very different. And, I'm just wondering if you have people around you to help you live through this very difficult moment. Stephanie's going through a very difficult moment right now. you know Bunker Wise said, you say you're not holding anyone hostage, but my phone is frozen right now. I don't have superpowers, man. I'm not freezing your phone, I promise. Penny said, my stomach is killing me. You should, if your stomach is killing you, either you gotta sleep on your stomach, like on your chest, which surprisingly works. I'm still surprised this works, but or you gotta go to the hospital and get checked. But Blazer Ferrer, what's up? So Sonia, I want to get back to Sonia because Sonia has been very supportive of my channel, and Sonia is going through a lot. She misses her family and lost her dad. So put a blue heart in the chat for Sonia to support Sonia in this difficult moment. I just want to let you know that you're seen and that we support you. And I hope that, losing someone in your life is very sad, but also it's an opportunity to celebrate their accomplishments, celebrate their contribution to your life. We should celebrate people's lives and what they did. I know that it's very sad, but like, I'm sure your dad did amazing things in his life, including giving you a life. But in all the sadness, there's also things to celebrate, like all the things you guys lived together and the memories, and celebrate those things and like make, because you can cry tears of sadness, of course, but there's also a lot of tears of happiness and like, looking back at the times you spent together. So, it's crazy. I've been thinking about this a lot recently, like how close happiness is to sadness. Like happiness and sadness are not very too far from each other, right? Sonia said, thanks, guys. You didn't have to. Yeah, and it's not your fault, but thank you so much. Yeah, Stephanie, I'm sorry that you're going through this difficult time. Bunker Wise said, I wrote that joke before that sad news entered your channel. So, Bunker Wise, where are you from? I don't think I've seen you before, but thank you for coming to my channel and supporting me. Boss Boy said, yeah, and I'm so sorry if this sounds so rude, but Sonia seems like she is lying if she isn't. I'm sorry for accusing you, Sonia. You know what? I don't. Here's my view on things is like when it comes to things that are that serious, I always believe people until I see otherwise. Now if I discovered that she was lying, that would be very ugly. That would be very ugly. But I just want to see the bright side in people and just assume that she cannot be lying about something that serious in her life. Xavier said, can you whistle any three songs that come to your mind? Nope. I hate when it's like someone's first time on my channel and they want to tell me what to do. Like, come on, man. Sonia said, "Bro, I'm not trying to be rude, but you don't know what is going on in my life. If you don't believe me, then that's your problem, not mine." Yeah, you know what? You know what, Sonia? Sonia, I believe you personally. I believe you. I think most people would not lie about things like that. It's so nasty. So you know, you know, that's just how I feel. Yeah. But yeah, Sonia. So Sonia, what have you been doing to not be too down on yourself? You know, it's important to not beat yourself up because of this situation right now, you know? Sonia said, "Yan, you're the best friend I've ever had and my only real one." Damn. I appreciate you for saying that, and I'm glad I can bring value to your life. You know, I think I think it's easy to think that we're alone in what we're going through in life. But sometimes what I've noticed is, we are listening to the voice inside our heads too much. And a lot of the voices inside of our head are lying to us about our reality. So the world in our heads and in real life, both of those worlds are not the same. So I'm here to help you be more optimistic regardless of the things that are going on in your life. So yeah, so Sonia, I hope you feel better very soon. Um, but yeah, you also asked me how I was doing. I'm doing better. I've been sick since last weekend, but I can't really complain about my life. I'm doing pretty good in general. And when I do a lot of this live content, it's actually to slowly build a community. Sorry, is to slowly build a community that in the future I will be visiting. In the future, I want to come to you guys' cities and hang out with you guys and do amazing exhibitions, show you all the artwork I've been working on, and the book that I've been writing. You know, I just want to meet you guys in real life and just have a good time with you guys. Famous Ace, what's up? Famous Ace, where you from, man? I'm trying to get big like you. I'm trying to get verified like you. I'm trying to get verified like you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. I'm still out here going live for whoever wants to join. Sonia said, thanks to you, I smiled more than before. Thank you. Thank you, Yan. Sonia, it's gonna be okay, okay? Sonia, you're gonna get through this. You're gonna find a lot of light at the end of the tunnel. And Sonia, I'm wishing you the best, and really, I hope you get to celebrate your dad and his life and his accomplishments. Shout out to Ohio. Famous Ace is from Ohio. Where in Ohio are you from? Are you from like Columbus, Ohio? Like where are you from? From Akron? Where are you from? I've never been to Ohio, funny enough. Um, People say it's kind of like a boring place, but like, oh, Cincinnati. Okay, I had a friend from Cincinnati too. Cincinnati. Um, so famous Ace, like, how did you get verified? Like, how did you grow your channel so big? I rarely have verified people in my chat. I wonder how. Wait, famous Ace, how did you find my live? Cause I'm not big. I'm a small creator. I'm like the on the very small end of the creators. Sonia said, "Yeah, I really, really, really want to meet you in real life." Yeah. Sonia, I'm gonna meet you very soon. I'm gonna do an exhibition near a place where you're at. Wait, Sonia, where are you from again? I want to do exhibitions in you guys' hometowns. Marketing my book, showing you guys my artwork, hanging out with you guys. You know, talking to people, um, allowing myself to deploy humanity, more positive humanity into the world, like a lot of light and support and positivity. A lot of people are going through a lot. Someone asked me last week, like, what's my advice? What advice I would give to everyone on earth? If I had to pick one advice to give everyone, my advice is my advice would be to be kind to everyone around you because people are going through all kinds of things, man. People are going through all kinds of things. I'm telling you, like, there's a lot out there going on. Famous Ace said, I post on shorts, your live popped up on my feed. Sometimes I click random lives and share love to people. Man, shout out to Famous Ace, man. Shout out to Famous Ace. He didn't have to be here, but he's here showing me support. You know, I appreciate when people that have made it already on YouTube are supporting smaller people. That's what I'm gonna do in the future. Like one of the biggest things I'm gonna do, when I get big on YouTube, is to go support all the smaller people who are trying to get big. Sonia said, I'm going to Dubai on Thursday. Okay, I think I'll definitely do an exhibition in Dubai in the future. For sure. John Citron 5671 said, my advice is smoke a lot of Lord's lettuce. Yeah, I don't smoke. Do you know Cristiano Ronaldo? Yeah, I know Cristiano, but not in real life. Reek Plays said, can you share any thrilling or horror moment happened in your life? A horror moment that happened in my life. Oh, any thrilling. Okay, I do have a very. Oh, sorry. I do have a thrilling moment that happened in my life. So maybe I can tell this story. A very thrilling. I don't know if I should tell this story. There is this person who is typing Korean in my chat and I can't read it. So I feel bad. Reek Play said, can you share any thrilling or horror moments that happened in your life? Yeah, I mean, one of the most thrilling moments in my life is when I did my first solo exhibition in New York. It was in the East Village. The reason why I did my own exhibition is because I had been rejected from the galleries that I wanted to exhibit in. They told me, well, one of them told me specific. One of them, for example, told me that my work was too small. Another one just didn't care. They were like, they were not interested in the type of stuff I was doing. But what I'm trying to say is this, like, I got rejected from certain galleries that I wanted to be a part of. So I saved some money to do my own exhibition, and then I did my own exhibition in the East Village in Manhattan. And when I did that, um, I had done very little marketing, and the most thrilling part about it is over the weekend, because it was 10 days. I think it was open for 10 days, 8 or 10 days. Over the weekend, so many people came to the exhibition. Like so many strangers came to the exhibition in the East Village, and I got to meet so many strangers, all kinds of demographics, grandma, nephew, you know, guys in their 20s, girls in their 30s, sorry, women in their 30s, moms, daughters. They all came to my exhibition and they all found value in it, and that brought me a lot of joy. So yeah, that's my answer to Reek Plays' question. Sonia said, "Can I please ask you something? How to be a better person?" Sorry, it's a stupid question. How to be a better person is first recognize your flaws and figure out how you can improve them one by one. But you got to be really honest about your flaws and what you're bad at, okay? And usually your family knows. Ty said, "Hey Yan, I finished my project. It's my first build. How do you think I could improve it? I uploaded it to the community, or you really quickly want to check it out?" Yo, Ty, I'm gonna check out your stuff when I end the live, okay? I'm gonna check out your stuff when I end the live, and I always leave comments, so I'm gonna let you know what I think. Holly, what's up, Holly? How's it going? Holly, I took Ty's mod title away because he was beefing with another mod called Alex. So both of them have been deranked. Yo, I don't know who this is. This Korean or Japanese? Who has this name? This name I can't read, and said, "Bro, I really like your art. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you appreciate my art, read the pin chat if you have any questions. You keep asking me where I'm from. Read the pin chat, please. Thank you. Read the pin chat, okay? Read the pin chat. Thank you very much. Read the pin chat. What's up, Holly? How have you been, Holly? Chupapi said Wakanda forever. I've had this joke about, maybe this is because of high school, but when I graduated high school, they called me Wakanda because Black Panther was big and it was coming out. Holly, I'm doing good. I've been sick since last weekend. But hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow, right? So what's going on? What's going on with you? You know, Holly, are you having a good start to the year? What does Wakanda mean? It comes from the Black Panther movie, which was very big in like 2018, 19, you know. Ty said, "Hey, yeah, next live you can you remind everyone that the beef was just a silly thing that is not forgotten about? Cause Abduli right in the pin, no beef between mods." Abduli wrote no beef between mods. Yeah, that's not necessary. I didn't even notice that. But thanks for clarifying that, Ty. Damn, Holly has never watched the Black Panther movie. Interesting. What's up? Mm. Chupapi said, "Where are you from? Can you read the pin chat?" Jesus Christ. What's the point of me doing the pin chat if no one's reading it? No one ever reads the pin chat, man. Yeah. I feel so bad. I feel so bad about the person who came on my live with, is it the Korean name? Someone had an at, is it Korean letters or Japanese letters, and was complimenting me in their native tongue, and I couldn't read it. I felt bad, so I took a screenshot and I'm gonna translate it from GPT. Yeah, if you're new, you gotta read the pin chat. So Chupapi, where are you from? Shout out to Chupapi. Chupapi is new in the community. You're from the Philippines? Yo, one of my best friends growing up who shaped who I am as a human today is from the Philippines. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to the Philippines, man. RB11 said, I'm from Sweden. Shout out to Sweden as well. Wait, RB11, what's your name, by the way, if you don't mind answering that? Holly really wants to go to the Philippines. Shout out to the Philippines. Ty said, I swear some mods join for the first minute or so, make a pin board, and then leave for the whole live. Yeah, some people do that, and that's why I'm gonna take their mod titles back as well. Oh, your name is Daniel. So, Daniel, if I come to Sweden, what should I do? What should I visit in Sweden? Sonia said I left. My cousin called me. It's okay. It's okay, Sonia. Rohan said, are you Somali? If you're new here, I suggest you read the pin chat, okay? If you're new here, I suggest you read the pin chat. So Sonia, I hope you feel better and that you're spending more time with your family. But Sonia, why are you going to Dubai, by the way? Okay, Holly, take care. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for pulling up. So Chupapi, I'm from Rwanda. Rwanda is in the heart of Africa. Yo, Ty, thank you so much for helping me explain to these people what's going on. Wait, Sonia, so you didn't answer. Well, if you gotta go, Sonia, okay, it's cool. Appreciate you. No problem, no problem, no problem, Holly. But hope to see you soon again, Holly, okay? Daniel said I should go skiing in Sweden. I'm more of a snowboarding guy. George is back. What's up, George? Missed you, George. I did. I really did. But George, I really miss your artwork, man. You haven't posted any new artwork on the community page. I want to see your work, George. I want to see what you've been up to. Chupapi said, I'm going now. Wakanda forever. Appreciate you, Chupapi. Appreciate you if you sub to my channel, if you're supporting me, if you're new to my channel, I really appreciate you. Damn, Sonia said she almost, Sonia's going through a lot. You almost broke your leg. Gotta watch out. Chupapi is a cool name. I like it. Chupapi. 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 You know? Okay. Yo, George said I'll try to find some art to post. You know what? You don't have to find some art. You can make new stuff. Just want to see what you're up to. So George, how's school going nowadays? Is school boring? Is it exciting? Do you have a new girlfriend? What's going on? RB11 said bye, Chupa. Yeah, say bye to Chupapi. Chupapi's new to the community, so shout out to the Philippines. I'm gonna be honest, like when I'm done editing my book, I'm gonna go back to doing lives twice a day. I'm gonna go back to doing lives twice a day. You know? My elbow's dark as hell. Jesus. George said no girlfriend. Damn. Mr. Ballinger, Mr. Ballingrick, what's up? How you been, man? Where you been at? Where you been at? Just checking in with the people, man. Just checking in with the people, seeing what everybody's up to. He said, when I see you, I immediately think of Rwanda, man. Of course. Shout out to Rwanda. Shout out to the whole country. Rwanda's beautiful, man. Rwanda's beautiful. All of you should come to Rwanda. Sonia said, today I feel in the pool. I found the pool and people laughed at me. You know what? Sonia? I'm going to give you some real good advice for life. I'm going to give you some advice that's going to liberate you. My advice for you is to never care what anyone that is not your mom, your dad, or your siblings about what they say about you. Because first of all, none of us are that important. They're all going to forget you falling in the pool by tomorrow morning. No one will remember that. So just live your life, embrace your life. None of us are that important. Everything moves on. George said, school's kind of chill, not gonna lie, especially today. My favorite subjects as of now are geography, biology, and art. They change every year depending on the teacher and what we learn. I like that you said that, George, because oftentimes kids think they're bad at certain subjects in school, but it's really because the teacher's not good. They're not converting the information well for you to digest it properly. They might have been good at geography. They might have been good at the topic professionally, but that doesn't mean they're good teachers. That's a whole different skill, you know? So what you're saying is very accurate, George. But geography and biology, those are actually quite related sometimes. Um, there's a whole part of biology. There's a whole segment of biology that talks about, the Earth's mantle, the layers under the surface of the Earth, tectonic plates, volcanoes, things of that nature. Um, I used to really like that class, and I kind of focused on that on this architecture competition that I was working on in Japan. Did some research on tectonic shifts in the Pacific Ocean between the Eurasian plate and the Philippine plate. Ty said, "Yeah, and if I was mod, I would be able to step in, bro. Did you not see that message? Oh, for what? From Pastor? A message from who? Who's being disrespectful right now? Abdul is back. Abdul, I see you. Shinizugawa Genya said hi. What's up? What's up, Shini? Are you from Japan? Shinizugawa. Shinizugawa Genya. Are you from Japan? Oh, he said LGBTQ stream. No hate in the chat, guys, please. Sonia said, In middle school, I remember my bully almost killed me by punching me so many times. Damn. Yo, Sonia's been through a lot. Everybody put a blue heart in the chat for Sonia, just trying to be very supportive of her. George said English is still one of my favorite subjects, but my year 10 teacher this year is just miserable. She creates a stressful atmosphere that had made me hate seeing English on my timetable. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Some students don't like the course because of the teacher. It has nothing to do with the subject matter in the class. Jasmine said, "Oh my God, you speak English." Do y'all want me to do this live in French? I can do it in French too. I can do it in French too. We can go there. We can go there too. Oh, that's a great question, Ty. Ty, people be sneak this, and have you seen that? Like, what does she mean by that? That's a great question. Thank you for putting a blue heart in the chat, Daniel. But Daniel, I hope to come to Sweden, do an exhibition in Sweden, show you all my artwork, my book, and hang out with you and your friends and your family. I really want to do that very soon. George said, "Is Rwanda an English-speaking country?" Yes, it is. We used to have French along with our native language, Kinyarwanda, but now we're going with English, okay? Yes, Daniel, I want to come to Sweden and hang out with you and do an exhibition over there. Heard a lot of great things about Sweden, actually. So, Jasmine, why are you impressed by the fact that I speak English? That's the real question that he's asking. Abishnoop Ain 98 said, "Hey, one question. Would you watch a tree grow or a knee grow?" Oh. Hey, man, you know what? You deserve this. Sonia said, "Yeah, and my bully in middle school was a boy." In middle school, you had boys bullying girls? Probably. Middle school is a very cruel place, and I don't think parents are aware of what their kids are going through a lot of times. So you got to be real close to your kids so you can get the truth, you know? Yo, Ty, it's okay, Ty. Ty, it's okay. I got him out of here. It's okay. Chill out. It's not the end of the world. They're not gonna kill me or anything. Yo, Ty, I appreciate you for being in the live this long, man. It's been over. You know, I wanted to do a live of 2 hours today because I feel like my past two lives were kind of short. Yesterday, to be honest, I was in a bad mood, and then people pissed me off with the whole poll situation, so I had to leave. You know, Sonia said the teacher said boys will be boys. Man, I don't even know what that means. When people say boys will be boys, what does that even mean? Like, I think what that means is probably like, yo, we don't have to hold them accountable. They can say whatever they want to say. Like when people say boys will be boys, it's a way of removing accountability from us. And whenever you remove accountability, you introduce immature behavior. I really think the definition of mature is accountability. Like accountability, like the difference between an immature person and a mature one is just accountability. Like how much accountability are they taking, you know, in their lives. So that's my opinion with that. But George said we just have two schools in England, primary 411, secondary school 11, 16, from 16 18, and college, university, and apprenticeship. Oh, so George, I have a question because this is not very prevalent and this is not very common in the U.S. and Canada. But what is an apprenticeship, and like what percentage of students are enrolling in an apprenticeship? You know, like I'd like to know what is an apprenticeship and like what career path are you taking in an apprenticeship, right? Almighty Apex, read the pin chat before you say anything. Read the pin chat because you're very close to being kicked out right now. Mm, what's that? Yeah, so George, if you're still here, I'd like some clarification on what an apprenticeship is and what career paths can come from someone enrolling in an apprenticeship because that's not a very common thing in North America. But I've heard that in Germany, Switzerland, an apprenticeship is a real thing. It's a real career path, you know? What's going on? What's going on with you guys? Sonia said, I remember in high school there was this one girl and she pulled my hair, so I pulled her wig off. I was fed up with the bully. Yo, pulling someone's wig off is very funny. So when you pulled her wig off, like, did everybody laugh? Because I would have laughed if I was there. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know, like, I would have laughed personally. You know. I want you to love me now. What's going on? I see you. Russell thinks he's funny. Bertrand Russell. Bertrand is a French name, by the way. You have a French name, Russell. You know that? Do you know that you have a French name? You have a French name, dude. You do. You do. You have a French name. I want you to love me now. Ty said he has 9 minutes left. I have 10 minutes left as of now. Joe said, "You need a job, boss man." Yo, do you know that it's 11 p.m. where I'm at right now? That's crazy. Joe's H1B9Y said, "You're too feminine. You need a job." He said, "I need a job," and yet he's here watching me. People are funny, man. Sonia said, "Guess everyone was, even her friends." Well, I guess her minions. Damn, Sonia. George said, George said, "Additional information. It narrows your opinion on what jobs you can get. Doing A levels in sixth form expands your career option and it helps you go to university." Mm. George said, "Apprenticeship is like a work course which you can take through college or on its own. It focuses on training for a specific job like barber." Okay. Oh, you get paid while doing an apprenticeship? That's crazy. People are going in debt to be educated in the US. That's crazy. Yo, Joe S H1B. First of all, get a real name. Is here is telling me to get a job, and yet he's watching my content. Joe SH1B9Y said his parents can't be happy, unemployed, streaming all day. What makes you think that I stream all day? Like, what makes you? This is this first person on my live stream and thinks that I'm streaming all day. Um, yeah, what makes you think my parents are alive? That's the other thing. See, people, your parents, he's like, "Oh, your parents," he's like, he said his parents can't be happy, you know? Man, so you see, like, you know what? I'm not even gonna ban these haters because I just want you guys to see how people hate without not, people don't know anything about you and they wanna hate you. So I'm not even gonna block this guy. I just wanna use these guys as examples, you know? Yo, Ty, it's okay, man. It's okay. You gotta let these. You know what's funny about the haters is they hate and they keep watching me. Like he's hating and he's still watching me, so he's confused about himself. Anyways, Bert Russell said, "What's your religion?" I grew up Catholic. You know, my mom took me to Catholic church. So yeah, you know. Okay, so George, you're not gonna do an apprenticeship, right? Is that what you were saying? Yo, yo, why are people talking like they know me? Michael said, "God loves you. I love you too, man. Appreciate you, Michael." Millie G9, what's up? How's it going? Haven't seen you in a minute. You know? Yo, these guys are funny, man. Yo, I wish I could see you in real life. Holly, what's up? Holly's back. Holly, what's up? Okay, so George, what do you want to do? What do you want to do in university? Your tie. Don't even worry about that. Your tie. Ty, don't you worry about that. George said, I don't want to do an apprenticeship. Hopefully, university. Usually, people who know what they want to do. Oh, wait, George, did you mean people who don't know what they want to do or who do know what they want to do? Yo, Sonia, these are like complete strangers. They have no idea what they're talking about, you know? But George, so George, like, what do you want to do in uni, by the way? I'm sure you got great unis where you're from. Usman said, I feel like you can learn anything from the internet. I agree, but I think going to university is pretty cool because collaborating with your teammates is pretty cool. You learn collaborating, people skills is pretty cool. Sonia said, yeah, but they are so mean. Like, Sonia, I don't care about these dudes. So George, like, uni has a lot of options. I think there's a lot of value in going to uni because when you go to uni, you learn how to collaborate with people, and that's very important because when you get into the workplace, there's a lot of different characters you have to work with, you know. So yeah, you know. Yo, Sonia is cool. Like, why are you worried about these dudes? Ty said, nah, don't blame the students, blame the teachers. They probably have some really scummy parents who didn't have the audacity. Um, you know what? I don't want to blame teachers all the time. Sometimes sometimes there is sometimes there's bad students, so bad students, bad teachers, maybe bad, there's a bad governing body in in the university as well. Oh my God, Jeffrey and Poppin, I can't wait you guys to leave. Leave already. I can't believe you guys are still here watching a loser. I can't believe Jeffrey and Poppin are still here watching a loser. Oh, damn. So why are you not leaving then? Why are you guys not leaving? You guys keep saying you're gonna leave and you're still here. Okay, you said you're gonna leave and you're still here. Look at you. Wiggle, wiggle. Oh, come on. You deleted these dudes? Oh, come on. Sometimes you gotta keep the haters. Sometimes you gotta keep the haters sometimes. I just want to show you guys the reason I could have blocked these haters, but the reason why I kept them is just to show you that sometimes it's not all love and unicorns and flowers in the world. Yeah. Sonia said, leave the haters. Jose said, I'm also leaving. I don't support people in the USA without. I'm not even in the USA. It's so ignorant. Jesus Christ. Can't even read a pin chat. Usman said, I went to one of the best universities in the UK for computer science, and the most effective learning I got was from YouTube Indian professor tutorials with 43 channel subscribers. I agree. I agree, man. YouTube is very helpful, but you still need a degree. You know, you still need a degree to get a job, and you know, in university, I think there's a lot of experiences that you can only get in university, and so that's why I don't, you know, I don't want to disregard university like that. You know, yeah, you know. Yo, Connie, what's up? Oh well, Connie, what's up? How's it going? Yo, George, go have your shower, man. George said, "I don't care if you're hating along, as long as you're commenting and helping the channel. A few mean words really don't matter." Yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta keep the haters, man. Sometimes you gotta keep the haters. Jacob, what's up? Jacob, I've been live for 2 hours now. Sonia said, "Bro, Yan, I care for you, bro, because that's what real friends do, unlike my other fake friends." You know, also, like when people say fake friends, like why are they your friends still if they're fake? If they're fake, they're not my friends. I'm not calling them fake friends. They're not my friends at all. Millie G9, what's up? Yeah, Jacob, I was actually about to end this live, you know? You know? I was actually gonna end this live. But Jacob, how you been though? I haven't seen you in a minute. Kento, what's up, Kento? Kento, where you from? Man, thanks to all the people that showed up today. I'm gonna end this live right now, but Jacob, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, right? Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, right? All right, take care, George. Take care, Sonia. Um, take care. Who else was I talking to earlier? And I need to clear all the scumbags. I gotta get rid of all the scumbags. Hey, Clara, I'm about to end this live right now, but you can watch this live later or watch my other lives. I appreciate you guys for coming. All right, Sonia, take care. Thank you so much for coming.